For over 2,000 years, a succession of powerful dynasties shaped one of the world's oldest continuous civilizations, building the Great Wall, inventing paper and gunpowder, and ruling over hundreds of millions of people. This is the story of China's greatest dynasties.
A like helps the channel grow. Your subscription helps keep history from being forgotten.
The Qin Dynasty, unifying China. Before the Qin Dynasty, China consisted of numerous warring independent states. In 221 BC, King Ying successfully unified these rival states under a single rule. He declared himself Qin Shi Huang, meaning first emperor, establishing China's first imperial dynasty. Qin Shi Huang implemented standardized weights, measurements, currency, and even a unified writing system. He ordered construction connecting existing defensive walls, forming the early foundation of the Great Wall. His rule was marked by extremely strict, authoritarian legal codes and harsh punishments. Qin Shi Huang famously ordered construction of the massive Terracotta Army to guard his tomb. Despite his dramatic achievements, his dynasty collapsed shortly after his death in 210 BC. Harsh policies and forced labor projects had generated widespread resentment among the population. Despite its brief duration, the Qin dynasty permanently established China's imperial system of governance.
The Han Dynasty, a golden age. Following Qin collapse, the Han Dynasty emerged in 206 BC, ruling for over 4 centuries. The Han Dynasty is often considered a golden age of Chinese civilization and governance. Emperor Wu significantly expanded Han territory through successful military campaigns. The famous Silk Road trade route flourished during this period, connecting China to distant civilizations. Confucianism became the dominant philosophical and administrative framework guiding Han government. The Han established a sophisticated civil service system based on merit and scholarly examination. Significant advances occurred in papermaking, agriculture, medicine, and astronomy during this era. Han rulers promoted extensive infrastructure projects, including roads, canals, and irrigation systems. This period saw remarkable cultural, scientific, and economic development across Chinese society. The Han Dynasty's influence was so profound that Chinese people still often refer to themselves as Han Chinese.
The Tang Dynasty, cultural zenith. The Tang Dynasty, beginning in 618 AD, is widely regarded as a cultural high point in Chinese history. Tang China became one of the wealthiest, most cosmopolitan civilizations in the world. The capital city, Chang'an, grew into one of the largest and most diverse cities globally. International trade flourished, connecting Tang China with Persia, India, and the Middle East. Buddhism spread widely throughout Tang society, significantly influencing art, philosophy, and culture. Poetry flourished during this era, with legendary poets like Li Bai and Du Fu producing celebrated works. The Tang government further refined the civil service examination system, promoting talented officials. Significant technological innovations, including advances in printing, emerged during this dynamic period. Empress Wu Zetian became China's only reigning female emperor during this remarkable era. The Tang Dynasty's cultural and economic achievements profoundly influenced neighboring East Asian civilizations.
The Song Dynasty, innovation and prosperity. The Song Dynasty, beginning in 960 AD, ushered in remarkable technological and economic innovation. Song China developed the world's first known use of paper currency. Innovations included advancements in printing technology, significantly increasing literacy and education. Gunpowder, originally discovered earlier, saw significant military and practical development during this period. The compass became widely used for navigation, dramatically improving Chinese maritime trade. Song China experienced substantial urban growth, with cities becoming vibrant centers of commerce and culture. Agricultural innovations, including improved rice cultivation techniques, boosted population growth significantly. The civil service examination system reached its most sophisticated and influential form during this era. Despite economic prosperity, the Song dynasty faced constant military pressure from northern nomadic groups. Eventually, the Mongols conquered Song China, ending this remarkably innovative and prosperous dynasty.
The Yuan dynasty, Mongol rule. Following their conquest, the Mongols established the Yuan dynasty in 1271 AD. Kublai Khan, grandson of Genghis Khan, became the first Yuan emperor of China. Mongol rulers implemented distinct policies, separating themselves administratively from Chinese subjects. Despite cultural tensions, the Yuan dynasty maintained extensive trade networks across Eurasia. The famous traveler Marco Polo reportedly visited China during this fascinating period of Mongol rule. Yuan rulers promoted religious tolerance, allowing diverse faiths to coexist throughout the empire. Chinese culture, art, and literature continued developing despite foreign Mongol governance. Significant infrastructure projects, including canal expansions, occurred during Yuan rule. Mongol rule eventually faced growing internal resistance and administrative challenges. By 1368, internal rebellion successfully overthrew Yuan authority, ending Mongol control over China.
The Ming Dynasty, Power and Isolation. The Ming Dynasty emerged in 1368, restoring native Chinese rule after Mongol governance. Ming emperors significantly expanded and strengthened the Great Wall of China. The dynasty commissioned magnificent architectural achievements, including Beijing's Forbidden City. Admiral Zheng He led extraordinary maritime expeditions, reaching Southeast Asia, India, and Africa. These voyages showcased impressive Chinese naval technology and diplomatic ambition. Despite these early achievements, later Ming rulers gradually adopted more isolationist policies. China increasingly restricted foreign trade and limited international engagement during this period. Ming China developed sophisticated artistic traditions, particularly renowned porcelain and ceramic production. The civil service examination system remained central to Ming governmental administration. Internal corruption, economic strain, and peasant rebellions eventually weakened Ming imperial authority.
The Qing Dynasty, China's last empire. In 1644, the Manchu people conquered China, establishing the Qing Dynasty. This marked China's final imperial dynasty, ruling until the early 20th century. The Qing significantly expanded Chinese territory, incorporating regions like Tibet and Xinjiang. Early Qing emperors promoted relative stability, economic growth, and cultural development. China's population grew dramatically during peaceful periods of Qing governance. However, increasing pressure from Western powers gradually challenged Qing authority during the 19th century. The devastating Opium Wars significantly weakened Qing control and national sovereignty. Internal rebellions, including the massive Taiping Rebellion, further destabilized the declining dynasty. Growing internal and external pressures eventually led to widespread calls for political reform. In 1912, the Qing dynasty officially collapsed, ending over 2,000 years of imperial rule.
The cycle of dynasties, legacy, and lessons. Chinese history reveals a recurring pattern, often called the dynastic cycle. New dynasties typically arose following periods of instability, corruption, or foreign invasion. Strong early rulers usually restored stability, prosperity, and effective governance. Over time, later rulers often became less effective, leading to corruption and internal decline. Natural disasters, economic hardship, or military defeat frequently triggered widespread rebellion. This recurring pattern reflected the traditional Chinese concept known as the mandate of heaven. According to this belief, dynasties retained legitimate authority only through effective, just governance.
Losing this mandate justified rebellion and the eventual rise of a new ruling dynasty. This cyclical pattern repeated numerous times throughout thousands of years of Chinese imperial history. Understanding this cycle offers valuable insight into China's remarkable historical resilience and continuity.
From Qin unification to Qing collapse, China's dynasties built one of history's most enduring civilizations, driven by innovation, ambition, and a recurring cycle of rise and fall. Their legacy still shapes China's culture, governance, and identity today. If you enjoyed this journey through Chinese imperial history, subscribe for more epic civilizations, and let us know in the comments which dynasty we should explore in more depth.